truth. This is a deeply challenging conversation to have and to hear. This is a big ask. But this is the cost of discipleship. And so Jesus, as he is having this sifting conversation, as he is putting this before the crowd, he's trying to help them understand why he's having this conversation with them. Why is he sifting through them? Why is he not content to just let the believers and those that are just there to be entertained hang out together? Why is he discerning between the two groups and helping them understand which group they're in? And it's because he wants us to count the cost of following him first and up front. So he gives them two illustrations of that, right? The first one is this. He says there's a man, he says no one would start building a tower, building a home without what? First sitting down and counting the cost. And analyzing, what's it going to take me to pay workers to dig out and build this foundation? What am I going to need to do in terms of the 2x4s that are framing it, the plumbing, the electrical side of it? What about the furniture I've got to put in? And what about sheetrock? All these things. He says nobody would build a house. Nobody would attempt to build a tower just on kind of a hope and a prayer, believing that they had enough funds to cover it. He said, no, the first thing you're going to do is sit down and count the cost. You're entertained, intrigued by the idea. So let me see. Here's what's going to cost. And then I have to ask, am I capable and ready to pay that price? And Jesus says, that's what I'm doing today. I'm sifting you by helping you understand. It's not enough to just be entertained by the miracles. It's not enough to just be intrigued by the teaching. If you're not so completely enamored and in love with me, so compelled by who I am and what I offer you, and if you're not willing to die to yourself in pursuit of me, then you're not ready. So I'm having this conversation today to give you a chance to count the cost up front. To count the cost first. He uses another illustration. He says, what king, if he's going to go out to battle, knowing what the strength of the enemy is, doesn't first sit down and say, I've got 10,000, they've got 20,000. Are my tools enough? Are the implements of war enough? Is my strategy enough that even with the resources that I have, that I can effectively take on this enemy that is twice my size? And he says, if he doesn't, after counting the cost and doing the math and the arithmetic, then he says, you know what? Then I'm going to send a delegation off and try and come to peace before the guy ever gets here. Again, counting the cost up front.